So now it's Thursday morning, and some of you guys will receive an email saying you've got into university, and unfortunately some of you guys will receive an email saying that you have not gone into university. So those of you guys who don't get into university, I would urge you to go into school as quickly as possible to get your A-level results. So let's say you don't get the results that you want. Not the end of the world, life goes on. There are a bunch of options that you can do. So you can decide, you know what, I want to take a gap year. So if you do decide to take a gap year, then good on you, because you've got a year to really reevaluate your life and decide where you want to actually go. And you can make informed decisions as to what you want to study at university and which university, and if you are ready to go to university. And clearing has this derogatory term associated with it when it's really not that bad at all, and I know loads of other people who have gone through clearing. So hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know some of you guys are receiving your A-level results this coming Thursday, and I thought I would share with you some tips and tricks and also provide you with some motivation so as to help you feel at ease and more comfortable when you receive your results on Thursday. So I understand that many of you are going to feel nervous and scared and quite anxious, and believe me, that is perfectly normal. There are plenty of other people in exactly the same position as you who feel like they've failed or they haven't done well, and believe me, you are not the only one. I've gone through that myself, and I know how horrible and tormenting it feels. Okay, so for some of you guys, you may be wondering, what sort of things can I do to keep my mind off my A-level results on Thursday? While I was waiting for my A-level results, I tried to make sure that I spent a lot of time with my friends, and we did a lot of things, whether that was having a house party, whether we went out for a meal, whether we did loads of cool and fun stuff, could be rollerblading, swimming, etc, just to keep my mind off A-level results day. And I tried to make sure that I was out and about, because I knew that if I stayed at home, then all these thoughts of my A-level results would start to torment me, and I'd start thinking about all of my exams as well. So honestly, I thought to myself, you know what, I need to get out of the house, I need to be doing things, being active, going to work, so that my mind is not continually occupied about A-level results day on Thursday. Also, when you're with your friends, avoid the conversation of A-level results day, because it will only make you nervous, because we all know that situation where we know the smartest and the most genius of the group starts saying, oh, I'm scared, oh, I think I failed, and you are like, oh my god, if you are the smartest and the most genius of the group and you're scared, then I should be frightened like hell. But guys, honestly, avoid the topic of A-level results completely, otherwise it will start to scare you as you start comparing your fright and your scared to other people's fright and scared, and that will just make your feelings even worse. Alright, so here comes the day of A-level results day. So now it's Thursday morning, and some of you guys will receive an email saying you've got into university, and unfortunately some of you guys will receive an email saying that you have not gone into university. So in that morning you will have feelings of excitement, of joy, or just upset and distraught. But for those of you guys who don't get into university, I would urge you to go into school as quickly as possible to get your A-level results. This is only because the sooner you get your A-level results, the sooner you can call up universities to see if they have any clearing spaces, because believe me, clearing spaces go really quickly and they come on a first serve, first come basis. So on that note, it's really good for you to prepare and think, okay, what if I don't get my results? Be pragmatic about it, don't worry about it, because there are hundreds of other students who would not have got the results that they wanted and didn't get into university. If I were you, I would start preparing now and say, what universities may I think of going to, what universities are offering clearing spaces at lower grades, and then start planning ahead so that when it comes to Thursday and you've got your results, you can start making calls at the universities that you want to and get a space on the places available before they are all filled up. And for those of you that got into university and got the email saying you've got in, well done, congratulations, because that is amazing. Well done to you. You can start to enjoy your first year. And say, for example, if you went above and beyond and did extremely well, better than expected, you can actually go and upgrade your offer and go to an even better university or do a better course, and woohoo, life is great. Okay, so for me, on results day, I got an email saying you've got into the University of Liverpool. I was so happy, but also I was a bit wary of my results. You know, I understand, yes, I got the grades to go into university, but I was a bit scared that maybe the results that I got wasn't necessarily the ones that I wanted. So I made sure that on A-level results day, I didn't open my results in front of people. I opened them on the bus because, okay, you guys might say, oh, no one's going to know my results, blah, blah, blah. People will find out your results. Believe me, people will know what you got, even though you don't want them to. So I thought to myself, you know what, I'm not going to open my results until I'm on my own, before people start asking me, because I'm one of those people, if I'm not happy with my results, you can see it, and I don't want people trying to comfort me, saying they're really good, they're really that. When I myself am upset, I wanted time to look at my results on my own, process them, and then when I felt ready and comfortable, then I would tell everyone else. If you're one of those people who, let's say you did get into university but aren't really, you know, happy with your results, because you say you may have got your insurance, for example, then don't worry, don't feel pressured to open them in front of everyone. You can open them at home at your own comfort and then process them, and then when you feel comfortable and happy, then you can go about and tell everyone, because it is easy to get lost in the sauce when everyone else is like, yeah, I got this, I got that, and you're there like, oh, I'm not really happy with my results, to kind of like put on this facade or whatever. But it's fine to open it when you're ready and not when everyone else has opened theirs. Okay, so for those of you who don't get the results you want, there are many other options for you to still succeed in your professional and academic career. So if you don't get it, it's really, really, really not the end of the world, because you will have other opportunities in the future to excel academically. So let's say you don't get the results that you want. Not the end of the world, life goes on. There are a bunch of options that you can do. So you can decide, you know what, I want to take a gap year, and you might think, I want to take a gap year and travel and work, and you know what, that is absolutely fine, and you should look down on yourself for doing that, because believe me, there are a lot of students in my year who went to university and they weren't ready for it, and they wished they took a gap year because they were not ready for university and they had not made the right university choice in terms of the university they went to and the course they went to, and they felt as though if they had a gap year they would have had time to properly evaluate what they actually wanted to do, and that's perfectly normal. So if you do decide to take a gap year, then good on you, because you've got a year to really reevaluate your life and decide where you want to actually go, and you can make informed decisions as to what you want to study at university and which university, and if you are ready to go to university, in fact. So that may actually be a blessing in disguise, and also it gives you time to save up and travel the world, an opportunity many of us students who go to university don't have and may never have in our lifetime. The second option may just be to retake the ones which you didn't do so well, and so that you can get into the university you wanted to, and that's absolutely fine. If you feel like you need to retake, then go for it, because the world is your oyster. You know what, you may not have got it the first time, but the second time you may get it, and you may be happy that you took another year to redo the ones that you weren't happy with, and that's fine. And I understand that for some people they may feel, oh my gosh, it means that I'm going to be a year older than everyone else when I go to school, blah blah blah. But then if you do get the grades you want, when you retake them, when you go to university the following year, you'll find that there are many others in the exact same position as you, who are the same age as you, who have gone through the same things as you did at the same time you have done. So therefore you will not feel worried, you won't even care anymore when you get to university and you realize that, hold on, there are many other people in the exact same position as me who went to university a year older. You will feel comfortable and realize, oh, there was no need for me to stress. I'm happy now, and I feel relieved that there are others in the exact same position as myself. You will also find at university, if you decide to take a year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years later, that there are still other people who go to university maybe when they're 20, when they're 21, when they're 23. So therefore you will not be the oldest one there, and even if you are the oldest one there, you'll see that you may be more mature than the others, and that will be really beneficial for you, because it means that you can go to uni, study hard and excel academically and prosper in your career aspects. So the third option that you can do is to actually go through clearing. And clearing has this derogatory term associated with it when it's really not that bad at all, and I know loads of other people who have gone through clearing. So as I've mentioned before, if you haven't got into the university you wanted to and you really want to go to university, make sure you go to school as soon as possible to collect your results, and you can start the clearing process as soon as possible. Make sure you research as well so you can properly look at the universities that you want to look for. So when you decide, okay, I've decided the universities that I want to go to, you've got to call ASAP. And also bear in mind the clearing line calls are really long. So if I were you, what you can do is you can get a friend or a family member to call these clearing lines for you on your behalf, and what they'll do is they'll ask for a verbal agreement, a verbal proof of evidence that you allowed them to call on your behalf, so that you can get to the clearing line as fast as possible and sort out your university life in September. Also, with the clearing situation, you may find a lot of difficulty finding a house because universities only really offer university accommodation to students who have got their first choice of university. But that's absolutely fine, because you can find a Facebook group which has students in the exact same position as you, going to the university that you are, who are going through clearing, who are also looking for housing. So you can go on those Facebook housing pages and find out other students who are in the same position as you, who are also looking for a house. But you've also got to bear in mind that it may be a really costly process, because say if you guys find a house or someone displays a house on for rent, you will need to go and see that house and view it, and then come back and then view a lot of other houses. So it may be a costly process of viewing houses on different days and buying train tickets and stuff like that. If you can possibly try and see if you can do house bookings for, let's say, a whole day, so try and visit 2 or 3 houses in a day if that's possible. Oh, I forgot another thing. If you decide, you know what, maybe I'm not ready to go to university, you can actually choose to do an apprenticeship. Think, you know what, let me go into the world of work and do an apprenticeship. So look for apprenticeships that do support after sixth form leavers, and some of these apprenticeships are a good insight as to what it's like to work in the working world. So you may find apprenticeships working within a firm, and that will give you real hands-on work experience of what it's like to work in the working world that many people who go to university may never have until they graduate. And then once you've had that opportunity to work in the working world, you are at an advantage in the sense that you know what it's like to work there. And then when you do decide to pursue a degree, you know how that degree will help you pursue further to go up in your professional and academic career. Also, some of these apprenticeships may end up paying for you to go to university in the end, so it may be a double bonus. So you may end up working full-time, but then later on in the apprenticeship they will offer to pay for your undergraduate studies, regarding that you're going to work with them for a few more years after you've got your degree. And that way you go to university debt-free, knowing what you want, knowing what you're going to get out of it, and already having that work experience that many of us undergraduates don't already have. Don't be disheartened about A-level results day, because either outcome, you do well, you do alright, you don't do well, the future is still bright for all of you. And I end on that note. Thank you guys for watching my YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, share and comment. I'll be back with another video.